Hello, my name is Chindi.
Hello, my name is Tabitha. I don't know why he always goes first. And this is the radio.
This is the radio show. Yeah.
So, welcome back. We are just checking in. We are on location at Troy Kitchen, currently at Power Breakfast 22, which is a work session, hence the noise and things you hear in the background. We have people collaborating and working together. And we are going to talk about the most important hours of your life.
Yeah, so we'll talk about that, and I don't know. You're going to take a guess of what the most important hours are, but we're definitely going through that.
Well, it sounds morbid, as if the most important hours are your deathbed hours, but what we're really talking about is the morning.
Definitely, we're talking about your everyday routine, basically what you should be doing every day. When should you wake up? Those kind of things.
So you've done something radical, and I joined you. This is so funny. You start the challenges. Well, you start something, and then I commence also. But basically, you started waking up at 5 a.m. What was your initial So let's talk about it in stages. So what made you decide to even do that?
Well, what made me decide to do that is, I've read a lot about that waking up early. You say this actually, Tabitha. You say that waking up early gives you more time. And so I said, oh wow, I really have to wake up early because I need more time for myself. And so that is why I've been doing that, David.
Totally. And I think I was already waking up early, but I just pushed it to the limit of, I was waking up early out of necessity, because when you have roommates, it's kind of like give each other space and you need ample time and give each other ample time. But I pushed it to the limit and I started waking up at 5 a.m. like you. What was your initial reaction about the 5 a.m. and starting to wake up at that early?
My initial reaction was, what am I doing? I remember I woke up the first day at 5 and I was so tired and I felt like going back to sleep. And I said, but I made the bed, I can't do that.
Yeah.
So I did what I do like doing, which is I like Facebooking and sharing stuff. And then I had to do the Snapchat. You told me to do the Snapchat.
Yeah.
And that was complicated, so that woke me up. And so that's what I did. But eventually I also began to, about the cold showers and things. So I do that really early, and that really helps.
Well, I think the cold shower gives you an edge on the competition. It's forcing you to wake up.
Exactly, it really does.
I'm going to have a full reaction video about that, so we'll go in depth about that later. But as far as what you mentioned with the Facebooking, actually, they said that's good to wake yourself up, is to do either a game or interact with your phone. Even though phone time should be reduced, it actually wakes you up on a subconscious level. So that's actually a good activity you were doing. And I find that I'm not doing anything really drastic. I'm not writing dissertations or anything with that time. It's just more so just I'm alert and I'm giving myself a head start on the day. So that's my main observation. I too was having issues at first, but now it's like it's just the time of day I wake up. My body is adjusted. I've acclimated, like my body clock has. So I've had an overall positive experience with it.
It's been very positive. I've been able to do a lot of things. I've gotten a lot of things done. My meditation, my prayers, and all that. Because you need that at the beginning of the day, and if you don't have time and you're always rushing, it's totally different from having a lot of time. Also, my exercise regime, I do a lot of running. It's really made a huge difference in my life.
I agree. I used that time to do interesting things. Like once, because I missed my opportunity to go to the garden, I went to the garden almost at 6 a.m. It was just me out there. It was very peaceful. It was the equivalent of meditating, basically. And I had pretty much brought a bunch of kale into work for my coworkers. I was on an elevator going to the 13th floor with a bunch of kale. So it was just hilarious. But it makes you productive. It forces you to. And I remember basically when I was obsessed with this whole personal professional development thing, but in a career capacity, I always read consistently that either the top entrepreneurs or the people on the Forbes list, they were waking up really early, and they were either working checking emails, answering emails, replying to people, or they were doing things like self-auditory behaviors. But it really does, I think, it makes you have a more productive day. I think if there's any consequence, is that you're up when you're kind of more awake than your friends. So you're already at 12 o'clock this afternoon where they are kind of like having their 8 a.m., 9 a.m. experience. So you're kind of too awake for your counterparts, but you can adjust to these things.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good thing. It makes a huge difference. It keeps me awake. I'm more lived up when I go to work at 8. Everybody's all sleepy, and I'm not that sleepy at all,
And I don't know about you, I feel like I do my best work at that time.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to be ahead in the morning because it puts you way ahead, and then by the time it's the afternoon, even though you're tired, I must confess one of the things you notice is that you tend to sleep early.
Yeah, you're tired earlier and you're hungry too.
Oh, yeah, I noticed that about myself.
I used to eat like really inconsistent meals. I could go, with a breakfast or a lunch or a dinner, and this would be all sporadic times. But now it's like by lunch, a little bit earlier than the normal lunch, I'm like, okay, I'm ready for lunch. By dinner time, it's like, okay, I have to eat something because that's another thing. Sleep is a source of energy, so if you get to bed earlier, you wake up earlier.
Yeah.
And, another thing is your diet is going to be directly correlated with that because if you're up earlier, you can't run on an empty, without fuel. So that's the major correlation I noticed too.
Yeah, I mean it's made a difference for me. I eat nowadays. I never really used to eat breakfast to lunch.
No.
None at all. And but now I eat. At least I try to eat lunch, and I do eat breakfast usually. And I think the reason why is because my body uses up more energy, and so which is a good thing. It's not a bad thing to use energy as long as you're directing that energy in the right way. And so that's how I see it.
So in conclusion, it's been nothing but positive. A little arduous, a little, what's the word? You have to be a little diligent, but more or less positive effects. And I would say the other consequence is sort of you're on a different body clock than everyone else, but everything else is kind of more advantageous.
Yeah.
And I'd highly recommend it to anyone. If whatever time you currently wake up, maybe give yourself an extra half an hour. And you'll just consistently just get acclimated to it.
It doesn't have to be 5. It could be 6. It depends on, if you work computer at 8, you want to maybe change that up to 7 and see what happens and see how that changes your lifestyle. It's quite important.
Okay, so I think we've covered the breadth and depth of what we wanted to cover with this topic. We did want to check in with you from on location, and this has been quite enjoyable. So thank you, Chindi.
All right, thank you very much, Tabitha. Thank you, and have a great day, guys.
You too. Bye.